Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Maku.
Hello guys, Kobayashi.
It's another recap episode of Bleach. Go ahead and start it off for us, Kobayashi.
So we continue off with the fight still going on between Byakuya and Steering F, also known as Note. And in this fight, we get to see what the F stands for, and it stands for fear. Because while they're fighting, Byakuya, he noticed, he's like, oh wow, I'm getting like some type of chill. And then Note finally speaks. He's like, oh, so you noticed.
And Byakuya was kind of confused. He was just sort of saying, what do you mean? And he said, well, it's something that you've been missing for quite a while and you haven't remembered until now. And it was a quick little mini backstory on him, of him just fighting, just trying to overcome his fear of fighting. Because fighting with no fear means no holding back, so that way Byakuya can unleash his full potential. But now that No got him in fear, he now once again has a disability.
While he was showing him the fear, it shows like a scene of Rukia and her face just melts away. It's really, really creepy, I'll say. Also too, during this episode, it really stayed close to the manga. Like the comparison to the manga and anime is really good, I'll say. But in the conclusion of this fight, Byakuya, he basically gets packed up and he just loses. And Renji tries to step in, and when Renji's about to use his Bankai like an idiot, a random Steering, I don't know his name, he just jumps kicks Renji out of the way. And then Note gets mad. He's like, you idiot, what are you doing? He's about to use his Bankai. You could have stolen it. He's like, oh, I thought only captains can use Bankais. He's like, no, you should have read the Majesty's report. And yeah, they basically lost a chance of stealing Renji's Bankai. We also get to see Ichigo. He's trying to break through the jail. And we also learn that the J for OP stands for gel. So Ichigo is trying to use every move. He's used his Gensugo Tensho. Couldn't break free. But then when it comes back to OP and Urahara, and OP was about to do something, and then OP randomly gets slashes in half. Who do you think is responsible for this, Maku?
To be quite honest, I have like no slight clue. All I know is that the guy had like some yellowish to orange tinge to his slash, so like I said, I have no clue. If you have any hindrancy towards it?
I actually do know, so that's why I was asking your prediction.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, no, so I don't have any clue. If you guys got any clue, let us know in the comments down below.
And then it cuts back to Soul Society. Everyone's getting packed up. We see Rukia get packed up. Renji gets packed up. And while
all this was situating, they were just going in the control room and saying, oh no, it's fine, Ichigo's gonna come, Ichigo's gonna come. They were all like just waiting for his arrival, essentially. So meanwhile, all these fights were unfolding in the background. You get to see some guy just ended up like ripping open the control room and just terrorizing the entire control room.
You don't remember the guy? The guy, he was remember when they first get introduced to Soul Society? He was the one who lifted up the door.
Oh yeah.
See, right now he's being controlled by someone, like I would assume it's a Quincy power that took over his body.
See, I would need to rewatch the entire first like stinge of Bleach, but I don't remember.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Obviously, I remember the guy who opened the
Yeah, because we're in the third seat of Squad 12. He's like, "What are you doing? Well, why are you doing this?"
Yeah,
because he thought he turned on them, but I would assume like some Quincy and his power.
Of course. Yeah, no, like, but as I was stating beforehand, he was just terrorizing the entire control room, and Ichigo ended up picking up the phone, but just to hear the terrors or
the cries for help.
Yeah, it was quite deafening.
And then it moves on to the 6ix9ine lieutenant. I forgot what squad he's part of, but he's fighting. And then he actually encounters the guy who kills the lieutenant of Yamamoto's.
Yeah, so we found out is that actually wasn't a bow and arrow, it was a spear made full of reshe that he ended up throwing to kill them. And
he's his particular thing is Steering O, and the O stands for overkill. So whenever he kills friend or foe, he gets stronger with each kill, hence overkill. Now I don't know how Yamamoto, if he overheard it or something, he just quickly went straight to the scene where the 6ix9ine lieutenant was about to get packed up, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was about to get mollywopped. So as soon as Yamamoto arrived there, we get to see Steering O, and he's just explaining, yeah, I'm the one who killed him. And I'm glad you actually appeared so you get to see this. Because I don't know if you remember, towards the beginning, you actually can see Note and a few other Quincy's be able to use the Bankai of the stolen users. So then the thing is that Steering O actually ended up using his lieutenant's own Bankai.
And his Bankai in particular is some like lightning type thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know how Yamamoto has a fire element and Hisagaya has the ice element. His lieutenant has a lightning type element.
So we get to see how his lieutenant ended up being his lieutenant, right? It was a quick little backstory.
Basically, he was kind of like a simp.
I mean, in essence, he was, because he wasn't even a part of his like students, right? And he didn't even. And he said, "Oh no, I want to be specifically your disciple. I want to
be your right hand man."
Yeah. And he said, "You're not even my student. Just get in line with the rest of them."
But then he said something smart. He said, "But that's why I need to be your right hand man, because then we can differ from each other, essentially."
So then they ended up doing some sort of test of strength, and because he actually mentioned to him, "Oh, I actually have a Bankai now."
Then he uses Bankai against Yamamoto and gives him his second scar, which now we all have known his current scars look like. And then we go back to the present. Exterminator O uses the Bankai, the stolen Bankai against Yamamoto. But Yamamoto, he's just taking it full on.
Yeah, he's not even paying attention. Like I said, this is all during a backstory. He's been using his power for like quite a while throughout this whole entire backstory. And until now, he's like, all right, let me actually do something about it. So he literally speed blitzed him, went towards him, and just stood there. He didn't even like do anything. He just stood there, and we get to see him just get fully incinerated. His body, you get to see it go from skin to muscle to bone. It was really well illustrated.
And then every captain is basically hyped up because they sense the head captain's spiritual pressure just rising. They can all feel his anger, and they're like, "Oh, if he's trying, we got to start trying as well."
Yeah, the morale just boosted up insanely, especially specifically for the wolf, like the entire wolf clan or whatever.
Yeah, for that squadron, yeah, because they were definitely pumped up for sure. Sorry. You said wolf clan. I was thinking about the TikToks.
Nah.
I know.
In any case, it went. Yeah, they were literally about to be defecated, right? And then we get to see. I forgot what her name is. The one that you're fond of. I forgot what it was.
They never reveal her name, but I believe she's Sterner E. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I want to say Bambita. I don't know how to pronounce it.
In any case, she was surprised because, I mean, they were on the brink of being destroyed, right? So
Brink of death, yeah.
So meanwhile, everyone's getting their morale up. We get to see Kenpachi literally shish kebab 3 of the Stern Ritters, and he said, "Oh, you're talking about these guys?" He just threw him down and explained how he fully annihilated them, right? He didn't even really try. And he said, "Oh, the other Stern Ritter that was right next to Yuhawk, what was his name?"
His name is Yurgum.
He ended up saying, "Oh, I'll fight you right now." And Kenpachi said, "Oh, I'm not fighting you, Blondie Tips. I'm gonna fight over here." And he went straight for Yuhawk, and that's where it ends up cutting off, I believe.
Yeah, then that's the end credit. And then after the end credit, there's like a little 30-second stint. We basically see, it's an off-screen thing, which they did also in the manga, where Yuhawk is holding Kenpachi by the throat, basically indicating that Yuhawk defeated him. And then Yamamoto comes into the scene fully enraged and basically says, "I should have finished you off 1,000 years ago." And that's the end of the episode. So next episode, we're going to see the Yamamoto versus Yuhawk fight, which I'm really, really excited to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kenpachi gets off-screen, which I remember a lot of manga readers didn't like that. I thought they were going to show a little bit more in the anime, but they are staying true to the manga. So that's why you got off-screen. And this wraps up today's video. If you have any other anime you want us to talk about, let us know down in the comments below.
My name is Maku.
Kobayashi.
And thank you.